And it's time for another edition of the Cooking with Tim show, starring Tim Chrisman. Produced, directed, cameraman by Dale Spring. Welcome. Welcome to another edition of the Cooking with Tim show. Happy to be alive. Happy to be here. Happy to have you aboard, like Casey Jones used to say. Remember Casey Jones? Dale and I just went and we were shopping a little bit yesterday to see the beats. And we were shopping yesterday. We went down to Rainbow and we saw the Casey Jones tape. What is it, 30-minute hour tape? I can't remember. And I'll tell you what, it just brought back all those good memories. I remember watching Casey Jones when I was a kid. You know, Mom would make me peanut butter, PB&J on toast, you know, and cut the crust off and stuff, cut them triangle-like, have some of those Lay's potato chips and stuff. Brings back all those good memories. All my memories as a child really hover around food. So what are we going to do today? What are we going to do today? Are we going to cook something? Yes. What are we going to cook? I had to think about that for a while. I think we're going to cook a fritta piccata. Fritta piccata? Is that how you say it? It's kind of like an egg dish. You know, you saute some vegetables, put them in the dish, and put the eggs on top and some cheese, and then bake it. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I think it's called a fritta piccata. It could be wrong. I could be wrong. But I think that's what it is.
She was a news anchor. I thought.
I am wrong. That's who it is. She's with that Inga Hammond. Okay, so we're going to make this fritta piccata. So what are we going to do? What do you have to do? Let's preheat the oven to 350. Here's the oven.
And there's 350?
See? 350. 350.
Can't really see it.
They'll
get the point.
350. Do you see it?
Oh, I see it now.
Okay.
Thank God for macro.
Thank goodness gracious for that macrobiotic. Okay, so now the first thing we got to do is start heating up the pan. We're going to saute the vegetables. We're going to be putting broccoli, red and green pepper, little onion, little mushroom, and the cheese in the fritta piccata today. Doesn't that sound good? Yes, it does, Tim. My goodness. So let's cut up the broccoli first.
This is my favorite part. Cutting up the broccoli. You know why? Because it reminds me of surgery.
It does, doesn't it?
You know why?
I just watched that show last night, Dale.
The brain. Because broccoli kind of resembles a brain.
Yes, but that's not the show I watched. I gotta think about this for a second. That ER, that new
with Mandy Potemkins.
Yes,
Mandy Potemkin.
Mandy Potemkin's the star. That's the lead.
He's a good actor.
He's
great. Montoya Sonoya Gadoya, and You Killed My Father.
He is like one of the coolest guys I've ever, seen on TV. Besides, who's the guy that played Horseshack?
Yeah, that guy.
He was a fabulous actor.
His name slips my mind.
Put a little butter in there, about 2 tablespoons, just melt it. You know what I'm saying.
Smelt it?
Just smelt it. You put the butter in there. How much do you put in there? I don't know. Enough to saute the vegetables in, I suppose.
It's about 2.
Okay, yeah, about 2. You're right. Okay. And we can turn that down. And so I watched that show. It was a pretty good show. Have you ever watched it, Dan?
No, it just started, didn't it? It's pretty new.
Is it? Yeah. Actually, it is.
I've seen the dramatic commercials for it.
The dramatic commercials, yes. Quick, get the tube in his stomach. Those are dramatic.
I'll try to catch it next time. Did you enjoy it?
Anyway, I watched it. I thought it was pretty good. I really did. I thought it was pretty heartwarming. I mean, this guy was dying. I don't even know if he did die. Did we watch him die? Yeah, we did. He had a bad heart, and it was pretty, it was something.
Wasn't there a show a few years ago with Chad Everett called something MD?
Chad Everett is seriously one of my favorite TV stars. He was on Medical Center.
Medical Center, there you go.
And it had that great song at the beginning. And whenever he came out of surgery, he wore clogs. He wore clogs. I mean, I think he's touching on his feminine side, don't you?
That's too funny. Clogs.
I remember that, and I used to think, I don't think guys are supposed to wear clogs. I don't know. That's just me, though, I guess. Wow. But there they were. I mean, he'd come out of surgery, and right, TV shows, right before he walks out the door, I bet you they just spray him with water real quick, make it look like he's sweating, and then he'd be wearing these big wooden clogs. I don't know what that's all about.
Cut, print, another fine day's worth of work.
Hey, perfect, Chad. Nice looking shoes.
Here's your check. See you next week.
Yeah, see you next week. Okay. Looks at the script about 2 minutes before he starts. I always thought that was fun. Okay, all I'm doing, I'm not even telling you what I'm doing, just because,
they probably know.
yeah, I'm just chopping up vegetables.
A picture's worth a million words, or something like that.
That's true.
And some pictures are worth more, and some are worth less.
That's true, too.
I don't know what that means, if it means anything.
It means so much. I'm serious. More than you'll ever know. Fritta Piccata. And this is going to be nice. You're going to really enjoy this, I think, when we... Then we're just going to saute these up just gently. Real gently.
Gentle.
Kind of like you said last night, Dale. Well, please be gentle.
Well, I don't have to say that too often, though, because usually you're pretty gentle.
Well, I appreciate that. I try to be.
Well, you're a guy of the 90s. You used to be a guy of the 80s, but then we kind of got this whole 90s thing, and now you're a guy of the 90s. But what's going to happen when we go into the 2000s? Are you going to be a guy of the 2000s? No. You're going to be a guy of the zeros? No.
Never thought about that. Guy of the teens? Guy of the 20s? Isn't that weird? That's really weird. I'm going to be 39 when we hit that.
Really? God, you're just a young pup.
39?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. No, 40. Well, I'll be 39 when we hit that 2000. Then I'll turn 40 in the year 2000.
Oh, turn. Okay.
Okay, we're going to use 6 eggs in our fritta piccata while the vegetables are cooking.
And these are the cholesterol-free eggs.
These are again from the Wedge Co-op.
Pretty much everything you get at the Wedge is good for you.
Well,
pretty much.
Yeah, kind of goes without saying. I mean, they're free-range roaming eggs again. Of course, we talk about that so often in the past, I'm not even going to mention it.
Driven that into the ground, I think.
See. It's not working. Do you have to, is there a filter in there that you have to change?
There is a filter, but you don't change it. You just toss the whole deal, I guess. Every 3 years or something, and buy a whole new one. They kind of get you on that.
Really?
Yeah,
How long?
You can't just buy like a filter for $12 and replace it. You got to toss the whole unit and spend another.
How much is that unit?
Well, we got an exceptionally good deal. We got it for like, I think it was $20.
Oh, really?
They're supposed to sell for like 69 or $70 or something like that.
Wow. Are you going to be able to get that exceptional deal again? Or?
I think once it's history, we're just going to go back to good old tap water.
Good old tap water. That's beautiful. There ain't nothing the matter with that. I got to get rid of these. Here we are. Well, and now we have our baking dish. Got to have the baking dish on. And this is what we're going to use to bake it. But what we're going to do is we're going to put just a little bit of oil in the bottom.
Oil.
Oil.
Oh, yeah.
To prevent the sticking. of the egg. Okay? I'm going to smear that around, get it up on the sides.
The smear process.
Mm-hmm. This is called the smearing. The smearing of the oil. Okay? Like that. And then we're going to take our vegetables.
Ooh, look at them go.
See? Aren't those nice? We're just
Oh, you're
gonna
going to lay this right in
Yeah,
there?
we're going to put these right in the pan. See that? How that happens? Just like that. Move it around a little bit, so we evenly distribute the broccoli. That seems to be the biggest thing right now, is the broccoli. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
See?
Mm-hmm.
Let's put that right here for now.
Nice looking.
Yeah.
Colorful?
Nice. Colorful. That's the nice part about it. We're going to take just a little bit of your cream. Because you know what the cream will do? It'll puff it up a little bit.
So a little cream. A little half and half?
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder what that was.
Yeah, I don't know. I think your floor might be a little busted.
It could be sagging a little bit there.
Might be busted up a little bit. Your floor.
Take a look at that.
Yeah, would you? When you get done with filming? Deal? Deal?
Repair the floor.
Okay. Then we're going to take and whip the eggs with a whisk. Some people call it a whisk. Some people call it a whip. I call it a whip. Okay, whip it up.
I wonder if there's a reason why you prefer the terminology whip over whisk.
I don't know. Really? And then pour the egg over the top.
See, this is the educational part of our show.
Yeah. Okay. Pour that over the top. And we got some cheese here. Cheese, please.
And what type of cheese is this?
This is just it's a marbled cheese. I think it's Colby and something. Yeah, Kojak.
Oh.
Kojak.
Kojak.
May he rest in peace.
Deli. He was in a movie we watched last night. And I forgot, he was actually a pretty good actor in some of his early stuff,
Yeah, he was good.
Kind of a commanding presence,
Yeah.
But he'll always be remembered for just that one
image of him. The Dirty Dozen.
Dirty Dozen.
He played that psychotic, remember that?
That's Psycho
Yeah.
with the whip.
Yeah, you do remember. Me.
You might need a little more cheese.
I'm gonna just use the whole damn thing.
We need to go for it a little, huh?
I'm not even gonna look back. I'm just gonna do it. Then just shred the cheese. And then put the rest of the cheese on there. Cover it real nice. Fritta Picata.
Frittata. Frittata. Mmm.
There. And then you just take this and we throw it in the oven.
What? It's not on?
No.
Oh, it doesn't. It sometimes doesn't do that. Sometimes it doesn't light. You gotta.
What? Do you have to get in there?
Emergency pause.
Took the opportunity to do the dishes. Did you see this? This is the magic of television. That's the magic of television. I did the dishes.
Ooh.
Can you believe it? But anyway, we had that little problem with the oven. The oven wasn't turned on. My good buddy Dale. He fixed it. He went ahead and turned that baby on. So anyway, now we got it in the oven. What's the temperature again? Come on, you remember.
Come on, you
350
remember.
degrees. You're right. So we put it in the oven, that egg dish, at 350 degrees, and we're letting that bake. We put the cheese on top. Isn't that nice? Now, let's just review briefly. Well, we've done so far. That was good. Good drink of water. What happens if you kept that filter, Dale? If you just kept that machine?
It would eventually not work as well.
It just wouldn't.
I don't know.
It just wouldn't do it. It would be like tap water.
I suppose, yeah, the filter would just become so
Clogged.
useless and clogged that it wouldn't really do much at all.
Huh.
Because it's like a carbon charcoal filter, I think.
Oh, really?
I think so, yeah.
And it probably loses its. I was just thinking about that while I poured that water. You said that you'd probably throw it away. That's interesting. That's kind of that is kind of a sham,
It's
isn't
a
it?
wasteful deal, yeah.
Because then you buy a whole new deal. I think they got other kind of water filters, don't they, out there that you can buy like replacements for?
I've seen all kinds, like Target, Kmart, most department stores carry them. Ones where you can just change the filter after so long, I think. Yeah.
I think that's the way to go. Anyway, to review briefly, we've cut up. Think about this briefly. What did we do? We did broccoli, red onion, red pepper, green pepper, and
Onion? No?
broccoli,
Red
red
pepper.
pepper, green pepper,
Mushroom.
red onion,
Mushroom.
and cheese. Think about this. Toss in a little chicken when you're sautéing the vegetables. Cook that up a little bit.
Oh,
Shrimp,
wow.
lobster,
That sounds good.
crab meat.
Delish.
Could do anything with that. See, that's the nice thing about the Cooking with Tim show is these recipes you can utilize all kinds of different things yourself at home. Do you see what I'm saying?
Bacon. You could use little pieces of bacon if you want.
Be still my heart. Do you see what? Do you see that? That's great. Okay, so that's what we use, and then you can use whatever else you want. And then I use a little Kojak cheese on top, but you can use whatever kind of cheese you want. You could use what could you use? Cheddar. You could use Swiss. You could use whatever
Your heart.
desired. So that's kind of where that's at. Some upcoming things while we're letting this cook the rest of the week is what are we going to do, Dale? Oh, we're going to do a Halloween show. That's going to be really exciting. We're going to have a Halloween show. That should be a lot of fun. Dale and I haven't really talked about it, but I think we should rerun some of our really old shows, you know, some of the first few. Maybe we can do that. And then we're going to go from there. We're going to have to do some holiday type things, you know, around Thanksgiving, and we'll have to do pumpkin pie, and we'll have to do maybe a little dressing or something, you know, and give you that little jump. And then we'll do some Christmas things, and I don't really know what that's all about yet. But maybe we could do, I was just thinking we could probably do the Cornish game hen. Doesn't that sound kind of
That sounds very good. And I've
Cornish game hen.
never had one of those. Did one.
Haven't you?
No, I don't think so.
You know, the nice thing about Cornish game hens, briefly, is that you can make a little stuffing, whatever kind you want, cut them in half, okay? And you got your baking dish here, oil the pan a little bit, put a blob of stuffing there, cut this hen in half, put the half right on top of the stuffing, serve it like that. Bake it and then serve it like that. It's great. Put a little sauce over it, a little orange sauce or something. It's fabulous. Do you see what I'm saying? So we'll have to do that. You know, I just thought of those. And those are a lot of fun. I used to eat those all the time.
Wow.
I used
Dozens
to go
of
out to eat at Schumacher's New Prague Inn Hotel. In New Prague, of course. And used to get quail down there. Quail, excellent.
Quail.
Yeah, but quail, I'm serious. They're like this big.
They're small.
Oh, yeah.
Without the feathers.
Yeah, they're bitty little bears. There's nothing to them.
Because, I mean, when you see them out in the wild, they're about as big as an ostrich. I mean, they stand pretty tall. But when you get the feathers off them, they're just, you know, like you say, there's nothing there.
Dale's going through some DT. He's got to have a cocktail. He's not feeling well. Yeah, no, they're not much bigger than this when they got their feathers. About as big as an ostrich. You know, thinking about ostriches, though, you know, when I was at the state fair this year, I saw the American Ostrich Association out there, and that's the newest farm animal in the state. It's ostriches.
You're
I
kidding.
guess they make tons of dough. Yeah, you buy a couple ostriches, you use their eggs, you
You mean
take their meat. I mean, they had a whole case of ostrich
in
meat
Minnesota?
right there. Yeah,
It's a new deal.
yeah.
Because I haven't came across it or seen it in the grocery store or anything like that.
No, they're not hitting the grocery store so much, and not at least in the city here. But it's a really new and budding industry. I really don't know too much about it. I think I have a pamphlet downstairs.
You know, that could be interesting. If we could find somebody that had an ostrich farm, we could go there on location and shoot some ostriches.
Yeah, and take a quick peek at it.
Yeah. You could ride one maybe. I could catch some good footage of.
I've ridden ostriches before. Sure. When I grew up in Zimbabwe.
The hard part is getting into the stirrups.
I'll tell you what, those saddles are puny too. You know, I mean, I don't have that big ass, but that saddle is small. Let's just say it. Look at that.
Yo!
Wow, that's. You know what? I
What?
bet you that's about as done as done's gonna be.
Should be.
Wow. Dale, I
you
think
know-
we're gonna be able to feast hearty on this. Trying to figure out how long it's been in there. Didn't really keep track of that part of it. And see, I've got two different timings now on my watch, and I don't know how that happened either.
I think it was about 12 o'clock when we put
No,
it
I
in.
know that. Yeah, okay, I know. It's
Because I looked up.
because the top one stays where you stop it, and the bottom one continues on where that one stopped. To see the time lag between the two.
Sure. I understand.
I tell you what, good. Good, because I certainly don't. I think this is going to be very tasty. Let's take it out and take a look at it. Okay,
Okay.
can we do that? Turn
We
the
can do
oven
that.
off. Let's do that. Can you do that? That's
Sizzle, sizzle,
That's not a
boom,
bad
sizzle.
looking dish.
Hey,
Jeepers,
what's that
Dale.
noise? What's that all about?
Look at that. Doesn't that look nice?
That looks very pleasant.
FRITTA PRICATTA. Like when I was in Israel and I'd wake up on the Sinai Desert, we went down to the Sinai for about a week.
Did you wake up
And,
on the desert?
Yeah, we slept in the sand.
Hmm.
And these Bedouin women would come around with the camels and stuff. Pita, 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 pita.
I think they were saying something
Little
else.
side note. No. That could very well be. And I've never thought about it like that.
I think there was something else they were trying to.
Thank you for showing me a different way to look at it.
No problem.
I'm sure they were saying pita, like pita bread. Not like Peter.
Although that is a pretty common name over
I'm not sure exactly where you went to school, man, but I tell you what, no.
there. But I got my money's worth anyway.
Yeah, and that's the good news. Did you ever go to like a college,
Sure.
like a community
Oh.
college or whatever?
I went to UCLA and Yale.
Oh, that's right. University closest to Lindale Avenue. That is so funny.
That was good. That's good.
Look at this Fritta Picata. This looks great. I'm serious. I'm gonna even try some.
This time. Instead of just tossing it into the garbage like we always do. I mean,
Jesus, tastes like shit. God, I hope nobody makes this one.
we never do that.
You know, you never see Julia Child do that.
No.
No. God, bleh. That's funny.
But once the cameras stop rolling,
This
you
is
don't know what they do.
a Fritta Picata.
A little warm?
May I speak frankly?
Be frank.
It is very hot. I think I'm gonna start bawling. No, it's pretty good.
It looks good though.
This is really, really tasty. Oh, that's hot. can't really enjoy your food when it's about 500 degrees. Although, isn't that an interesting thought? Think about this. You know, I work in restaurants, have for a long time. Waitresses take the food out, servers take the food out. They come back. The customer says this is ice cold. It's not ice cold. All right, it might not be that, you know, it might not be, okay, so it's not very hot, right? So you take it and you just heat the thing to save your salt, and you send it out and they let it sit there to cool because it's so hot. See, it's just a catch-22, it's brutal.
That's the way it works.
So, anyway, there we have it. We're wrapping it up. Fritta Piccata, this is a great recipe. Think about it for a brunch item and all that stuff, okay?
Okay.
Okay? This has been a good show. So soon we got to get this PO box taken care of here shortly. But we will. Other than that, for Dale, my cameraman, good friend, and for me, happy cooking.